This is part 3 of the project, the comparison grocery shopping.
So with part 1 and part 2 complete, now we move on to part 3. So you have your recipes, you're able to convert them to any number of servings that you want, but now comes the important part, buying the ingredients. We're going to go through a virtual field trip of a grocery store momentarily. And this part of the project involves a lot of things that we call unit rates. Knowing what's best versus what's not the best. Now, there's a lot of different things that we can do in terms of comparison grocery shopping. We're only going to focus on one thing, name brand versus store brand. Enjoy your trip through a virtual grocery store, and let's see what you can learn out of this particular lesson.
So your assignment is as follows. The first thing you need to do is go to the Office 365 video channel or YouTube and watch the grocery store virtual field trip. Next, watch lesson 3-2, ratios and unit rates. Then, you're going to create a PowerPoint about comparison grocery shopping in terms of your recipes. There's a lot of comparisons that you can do, but we're going to be doing the comparison that most often happens, store brand versus name brand. Other comparisons can also be done, such as grocery store to grocery store, for example, Price Chopper to Hannaford. Grocery store to warehouse club, for example, Hannaford to BJ's or Sam's Club. Also, in-store to online, for example, something like Sam's Club versus a store like Cisco Online. That's typically done from a business standpoint. We're going to be using the one that you will use most often in your life, which is store brand versus name brand. You must do both of the following things. You're going to choose only one grocery store. You can choose any grocery store you'd like. I would recommend the one that's closest to you or the one that your parents use most often. Or you could choose to visit any grocery store on that date, or you can view the store's flyer and website on a given date to find the unit prices that you're going to need to find. So when you create your PowerPoint, the first slide is going to be your title slide. You want to put your name, the name of the grocery store that you used, and the date you visited or accessed the website. Slides 2, 3, and 4 are going to be the same, with the exception of it's going to be a different recipe each time. Each recipe that you have should have its own slide. Title each of them with a recipe name. Charts should be 3 columns when you create them. I will show you how to do that on the last video. What we're going to do with the charts is you're going to put your ingredient in the first column, the unit price of the store brand in the second column, and make sure you include your units, and the unit price of the name brand in the third column. Remember that units have to be the same for you to compare. The last slide of your PowerPoint is going to be your overall thoughts. You need to answer the following questions. Keep in mind that there is no wrong answer to these questions. It is your opinion. However, what I'm going to be looking for is that you base it off of facts, factual evidence. Here are the questions. The first thing you need to answer is which products would you choose, and is it a different situation for each ingredient? For example, maybe you'll buy the store brand of butter, but you want the name brand of chocolate. That's up to you, but what you need to do is you need to give a reason behind each one. That's where it comes in with why would you choose that product. That's the reasoning behind why you're going to choose the product. How does this lesson apply to when you will be grocery shopping for yourself when you are older and on your own? And then other than price, what are other factors to consider when you're grocery shopping?
Okay, so once you're into Office 365, you're going to click on PowerPoint, and PowerPoint will come up. And you can choose any background you want. Make it as fancy as you'd like. A lot of times when you pick a particular one, like let's say I pick parcel, it will this one's immediately going to go to it, but sometimes you can change up the colors and such. So, as it said in the presentation, my title slide will have the store that I decide to use. So let's say I choose to use Hannaford Modena. And the date I go is November. Let's say I go Saturday, so the 12th, 16th. You can change it if you want to in terms of the title. If you want to have a different title and then just put the subtitle where you're going, etc., that's fine. So to create a new slide, what you want to do here is go to New Slide. It's right in the Home keys. And you can click on New Slide, and then it'll come up with this, where you then want to pick the type of slide that you want. For the tables that you're going to do, you probably want to go to Title and Content. So I'm going to click Title and Content, and then I'm going to click Add Slide. And it will automatically bring me to this screen where now I can add the title. So this would be for slides 2, 3, and 4. The title would be whatever your recipe is. And then, so basically what we're looking at here is, let's just say we did chocolate chip cookies. Okay. So from there, you want to do a table, and the number of columns that you want is 3. The rows is going to depend on your number of ingredients. As you can see, when I scroll over the top of the arrow there, it can say I can go to 1 to 35. So for our purposes, let's just say we're going to go to 10. Okay, and then it adds it in there. So what I could do at the top here is I could do ingredient, store brand, and then name brand. So let's say my first ingredient is flour, and the store brand, it was $1.99 per pound. And then the name brand was $2.19 per pound. And again, you would find those unit prices by doing the math from the flyers on the website, or you could visit the store and take a look at the tags that are underneath each of them. Okay, so you would fill in the entire thing in terms of your ingredients and what the unit prices are going to be, store brand versus name brand. Okay. After you do all 3 recipes, from there, you want to do another new slide. And again, we want title and content. So we'll add a slide. And, excuse me. So the next one that comes up here is the questions that you have to answer. And, you can title it anything you want. Overall thoughts might come to mind. So then you just need to answer the questions that we talked about before on the presentation. So, for example, I thought that it would be better to go with store brand for things like butter flour, and sugar because there really is no difference in taste. However, when it comes to the chocolate, I prefer, probably should put a space there, I prefer the name brand because of taste. I feel that the extra money is worth it from a selling point. Now, that's my opinion. Your opinion might be different. So, like I said, there's really no right or wrong answer to this, but as you can see, I backed up what I said because of taste. Now, that's my taste, but that really is factual evidence. It's a fact that I preferred the taste of the name brand chocolate to the store brand chocolate. Okay. So you would just finish putting your overall thoughts in on that slide. Okay. And then once you are done with the PowerPoint, you would be dropping that file into your folder. If you have any questions about the PowerPoint itself, please feel free to ask one of your teachers in class.